Toca D!
In one big town lived two poor children. Their names were Kay and Gerda. They had a large garden full of roses. They were not brother and sister, but they loved each other very much. A cold snowy winter came. The children loved to play snowballs in the yard in winter. They had fun carefree and laughed loudly. Friends were happy. Despite the fact that it was cold outside, they still spent time together, and every minute spent together was the most precious for them. The children also liked to make a snowman. They came up with a new figure every time. They had a lot of fun. Friends did not want to be separated for a second, but over time they realized that the frost was merciless. So they froze and ran rather to Gerda's house. Her grandmother was at home. Friends loved to spend time with her, because she told interesting tales about the Snow Queen. In distant lands, beyond forests, seas, and oceans, where eternal winter, eternal frost, and cold lives the Snow Queen, she is very beautiful. But evil, her heart is absolutely frozen and turned into ice. The Snow Queen has a mirror, from which she can see anything. She looks at the world through her mirror and sees everything that happens outside the castle. After the story of Grandma Gerda, it seemed that someone was watching her. She looked out the window and saw the Snow Queen. She immediately screamed because she was very scared. Kai came up to her and calmed her down. He said that the Snow Queen does not really exist, and if she exists, he will melt her with fire. At this time, the Snow Queen heard the dialogue between Gerda and Kai. She was very angry that some children were discussing her. The queen was offended by the phrase that the boy wanted to melt her. There was no limit to the anger of the Snow Queen. So she enchanted icicles and sent them to pierce Kai's heart so that Kai froze and became her slave, forgetting everything, especially Gerda. Everything happened as the Snow Queen enchanted. Kai's heart froze, and he became her slave. She was happy. And Gerda could not let go of her friend. She missed him, she loved him, so Grandma decided to help Gerda. She gave her a mirror and sent her to look for her friend. Gerda was grateful. Grandma, they said goodbye, and there was only hope that everything would be fine.
Bye-bye.
Gerda was looking for Kai everywhere. She talked to the animals, asked them if they had seen the boy Kai, but no one knew anything. But Gerda was not upset. She did not lose heart and went to her goal, to find a friend. One day Gerda met a very interesting and intelligent animal. She told him everything, and the animal decided to help the girl. Gerda had to solve the mystery. Having solved the mystery, Gerda met a miracle animal. It guided her on the right path. The girl found out that she needed to go to the river to the waterfall to find out the whole truth and find her lover. Having reached the right place, Gerda expected many more miracles, but she completely coped and got closer to her goal and closer and closer. After swimming down the river to the waterfall, a miracle happened. The waterfall disappeared and a portal with many interesting creatures opened. They were waiting for Gerda. Their goal was to help her, and they did not know who the Snow Queen was. They understood Gerda's experiences, so they asked her for a mirror. Gerda was shocked that the miracle creatures knew about the mirror. They told the girl that this mirror is magical and the Snow Queen needs to look into it and then everything will fall into place. Gerda was shocked and didn't understand anything, but she followed the advice of her new friends. In the end, the girl reached her goal. Gerda found Kai and was very happy. She wanted to hug a friend and kiss him to confess her love to him, but Kai was very cold. The Snow Queen laughed and told Gerda to leave before she too turned her into ice. But Gerda did not give up and sincerely confessed her feelings to a friend. At that moment happened the miracle boy remembered everything. And the Snow Queen was very angry. It was a shock right there. The Snow Queen wanted to enchant the children, but Gerda managed to show the Queen a mirror. The Snow Queen plunged into her memories. In fact, she was a kind sorceress who wanted to be friends, and she loved flowers very much, but everyone around her perceived her as a witch and did not accept her kind feelings. So over time the sweet and kind girl got tired of everyone laughing at her and humiliating her. She swore to herself that now she will be angry and unapproachable, that her heart will be covered with ice and no one will hurt her anymore. Remembering everything, the evil Snow Queen turned into a kind sweet girl again and was very grateful to the children for giving her back her real appearance. Gerda and Kai were happy and in love. And the Snow Queen did not exist anymore. Now there was a sweet fairy girl and she became the best friend for Gerda and Kai. And since then the three children lived peacefully and happily.